All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. So I'm sure you've seen it by now. A Jets insider put something out suggesting that Davante Adams could eventually request a trade to the New York Jets. And I buy none of this stock. I literally buy none of it. I know camps began this week and we're getting storylines heading out there, but this is something I just don't buy in the slightest. There's no validity to an opinion like that. Now, I want to talk about Davante Adams in this video here because we know last year Davante Adams chose the Las Vegas Raiders to play with his former college teammate Derek Carr. Unfortunately, the Derek Carr and Raiders departure, it's just seemed like a big mess. You know, Derek Carr certainly wasn't happy. He certainly doesn't feel good about the departure. So, and it makes sense, right? You know, it was not a smooth departure from the Raiders' standpoint, right? So it does make some type of sense that maybe Davante Adams wouldn't necessarily love to be in Vegas because Derek Carr got traded, his college teammate got traded. Well, here's the thing. The Raiders gave him that contract, right? Well, they set it up so it essentially was a 3-year contract with an out in 2025. So we played that past season, right? Davante Adams killed it per usual. So kind of have 2 years left on the contract. This year, Jimmy G, we've talked about it time and time again. I don't think the Raiders will be worse than last year. I know Derek Carr is gone and not everybody's a huge fan of Jimmy G and not many people are a fan of Josh McDaniels. And I understand all those opinions, but at the end of the day, the Raiders still have a competent roster, especially on the offensive side of things. So I don't know why Davante Adams would request a trade this year. It just doesn't make sense for that to happen. If he were to want a trade, it would be this time next season if the Raiders really, botched it this year. We won less than 6 games and we just didn't improve from last year. And they're probably going to take a rookie QB at pick number 5 or pick number 4 or wherever the Raiders end up, right? Davante sees that. He's like, all right, get me to New York, whatever. At the end of the day, none of this matters. It's just none of this matters. It's all speculation. It's all future issues. And at the end of the day, I'm not the Raiders GM. I'm not the Jets GM. And I'm not Davante Adams. So I don't really know what's going to happen. But a Davante Adams trade in the near future, to me, is just not going to happen. It's just a ridiculous thing to say at this point in the offseason where, you're just kind of trying to get some clicks. The NFL is back, but, some storylines are coming, trying to get your name out there, whatever it is. Right now is a point in the NFL offseason where you just see some outlandish takes or outlandish reports, right? So take everything with a grain of salt. But yeah, that's essentially my opinions on Davante Adams going to the Jets. No way this season. I guess I could conceive a world where that would happen this time next season. However, the Raiders are in a good spot because they have Davante Adams and they have a really good out in 2025 when Davante will be 32. He's still in the prime of his career. He's coming off a phenomenal season. So, I'm going to enjoy Davante while he's here. Will he be here by the end of his contract? Technically, the end of his contract's in 2027. No shot. I'd put that at 0%, but that's mainly because of all the guaranteed money that comes into play after 2025. Will he be here in the next 2 seasons? I would say more than likely, yes. That's it for today. Hit the like button, hit that sub button for daily Raiders content. I'll see you guys later.